my milk drunk newborn right here. Well, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a little bit, and if you can't tell, that is because I have had my baby. So I thought tonight would be fun to film a quick little meet the baby update instead of my 38 or 39, or next week would be my 40-week update. So this is my very milk drunk newborn. I just fed him, so I'm gonna see if I can show you him and then probably put him in his little dock so he's a little more comfy. But this is Mr. Carson James Roy, and he came on April 7th at 5:30 p.m. exactly on the dot, and he weighed 6 pounds 15 ounces, and he was, I believe, 19.5 inches long. They didn't do the measurement until a little later, and then at the pediatrician they thought that he was 18.5, so really not quite sure which number we're going with, but he was somewhere in there, and he came via hello. He's so grumpy. He's like, what is that light? So I'm gonna turn him this way. It's super light. Well, no, not super light, like the light is on super dim, but he still probably is not used to that. We also had our newborn photo shoot today, so he's probably like, what is happening? But that is why I'm actually filming this tonight, because it's the first time I've had hair and makeup done. As you can tell, I still don't have an outfit on, but you know, newborn life. So anyways, he came at exactly 38 weeks. I'll go into it a little more during the labor and delivery story. I did not do a vlog as much as I wanted to film a couple clips. The birth and labor, delivery, none of it went as planned, none of it was expected. And to be honest, that thought never even really crossed my mind. It was very kind of scary for me. It wasn't all scary, but just the whole thing happened very quickly. So I will do the labor and delivery story. But basically I was having some vision disturbances and a little bit of aphasia. So we called, it was like just before 1 a.m. on Saturday, no, it wasn't Saturday, it was Friday the 5th. And they said to come on in. So we came in and they checked some of my vitals. My blood pressure was super high for me, but still like just below preeclampsia level, but the protein in my urine was really high. My swelling was insane. I had gained 6 more pounds of swelling in one day. So since he was so close, he was 37 weeks and 6 days, then they decided to induce. So we went in expecting it to be another anemia episode, and we're told that we're having a baby. So it was very overwhelming. Like I said, it was Friday night. Hello. And so they started inducing me at 6 a.m. on Saturday, and then I had him at 5:30 p.m. on Sunday via emergency C-section. So I'll go into the details later, but it was very, it seemed very fast, even though it was very long. It was 36 hours of labor. It was kind of scary. He did not breathe on his own for the first 4.5 minutes. They were breathing for him, so he is perfectly fine. But you can imagine if you've had a C-section or delivered a baby, having that silence right after was kind of traumatizing. So it will probably be a little bit before I do the labor and delivery story. I think I need to be a little more emotionally separated, but he is absolutely perfect. He has a lot of little brown hair. He has my husband's receding hairline, which I am obsessed with, and he has like the darkest steel blue gray eyes right now, which I know probably won't last. It'll probably turn brown, but I absolutely love them. He is absolutely perfect, and he is 10 days old today while I'm filming this, and he has been really an angel baby. He loves, I mean, he's newborn, he loves to eat, sleep, and poop, and that's pretty much it. We are feeding him now every 3 hours, and we do have to usually wake him up to feed because he just wants to keep sleeping. By the time we were discharged from the hospital, he was 6 pounds 2 ounces, so he was born at 6:15, so we did lose a significant amount. So they were wondering if he would have to supplement. Hey baby, he's like barely opening his eyes. If they would, or if I would have to supplement, which I really didn't want to do if I didn't have to. So especially because I did not get the skin to skin, I didn't get to hold him for 4 hours and 8 minutes. And so breastfeeding and skin to skin were two things I was really passionate about. So for my personal choice, I really didn't want to have to supplement, so my husband and I fed him pretty much every hour and a half for like 24 hours, and he gained enough to not need supplement. And then he went to the pediatrician twice to check his weight the week we got back, and he is growing like a champ. He grew like 3.5 ounces in one night. So we were able to go back to 3 hours, and then once he is at his birth weight, we'll probably do 3.5, because that's really when he wakes himself up, is about 3.5, even though just now I fed him and it's only been 2. So I don't know if he's going through a little growth spurt, but we obviously will feed on demand when he wants it, but if he's sleeping, then that's pretty much what we do. And he really only cries if he wakes up early and he's hungry, and when he gets his diaper changed. He hates getting his diaper changed. However, the wipe warmer has been a game changer. I got made fun of by my parents a lot for that one, but he loves it when his little bum is warm. So other than that, he has his little tiny cold hands and the strongest grip ever. And as I know any new mama knows, when they hold your little hand, it's seriously the greatest thing in the whole world. But so he's eating great, so his sleep is also great. He's passed out right now, and he sleeps pretty much all of the time, except it is kind of funny how alert he is. Once again, if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen an overload of photos and videos of him, because he chills, especially the first like 3 or 4 days, with his eyes open all the time. And he's not upset, he's not fussy, he doesn't need to be entertained. He just has his eyes open, which is really kind of cool. So the past couple days he's been eating a lot more and sleeping a lot more, so I don't know if he's growing, but right as I say that, he's opening his eyes. But I love it when he's alert. I swear he's like looking at me and smiling at me, even though he's usually just, you know, passing gas. But so eating, sleeping, you know, the breastfeeding has been going well. It is so true what they say, the first 2 weeks are the hardest. He had a great latch in the hospital. Everything was awesome. Then when my milk came in, I got super engorged, and that made it really hard for him. So we had a few problems. It definitely got way more painful. And then I started to pump to try to let go of some engorgement, and then it's all about, you know, finding the happy medium of pumping so it's not painful and so we can latch, but also not get a crazy oversupply, because I have a super fast letdown. So he's just started to spit up and have a little more gas, so we're kind of figuring that one out together. But he's still getting enough, he's growing, he's eating, he's getting the right amount of wet and poopy diapers. So we're kind of figuring that all out and figuring out my pumping routine. I have literally, today we froze 40 ounces of milk, and I already had like 30, something like that. For my trip, I'm going away Memorial Day weekend for my best friend's wedding in the Dominican, and I'm not bringing him. I'm very traumatized, but he was only supposed to be about 3 or 4 weeks old, which was way too soon. Now he'll be 6, which is still a little too early for me. I'm just going for 48 hours. And I was worried about getting a freezer stash, but I already have enough and plenty. So soon, we'll start trying him on bottles, so then my husband can help with the feedings as well, and that's going to be really great. So that is the bonus of a little bit of engorgement, is I have a nice freezer stash, and while I was letting my nipples heal, I just fed off of one and pumped off the other for about 2 days, and so kept trying to keep everything even, but then also got an awesome stash, which is great. My husband has been amazing. Watching him be a dad is pretty much the most fun thing ever. Even though he is sleepwalking a ton, the other night I woke up and his hand in my pajama drawer, stroking my pajamas, and I was like, babe, what you doing? What's happening? And he was like, I'm checking on Carson. And I was like, well, he's over here in the bassinet. And he literally like turns and goes, well, if he's there, then whose baby is this? I'm like, it's not a baby, it's pajamas. And then he's like, you're right, they are pajamas, and got back in bed. So he's always been a sleepwalker, sleep talker when he's stressed. So it's kind of funny to see that now that he's a little overtired, how he's reacting to that. But it's been super fun. We had to tag team breastfeeding for the first couple days. Like I said, he was so sleepy that I would literally be breastfeeding and Kyle would have to be tickling his toes and like messing around with him to keep him awake and to get his latch big enough. And so it was, you know, our whole thing was we need to make sure one of us is sleeping so one of us is functional. And as all of you parents know, a lot of that stuff goes right out the window in the beginning. So we were both kind of exhausted for the first week or so. Now he's doing great as far as latching. So now my husband can get a little better sleep, which is good because he's back to work. And then during the day we have people here literally the entire month. So we have new baby and entertaining and all of that. So it's been a crazy hoopla, but a lot of fun. But then I always have somebody that can snuggle him, so I'm trying to start taking naps during the day, but you know, there's always laundry and housework and dishes and stuff to do, so it's kind of hard to sit back and relax, even though I know how important that is. So today I took a killer 2-hour nap and felt like a new person. So I'm definitely going to try to keep doing that. But I think that's it as far as his little 10-day update. Hello. He's so awake. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want him to turn to the light too much. But he's a little peanut. He is swimming in his newborn clothes. He could probably wear preemie clothes and diapers, but we're going with the newborns for now. He loves his Boppy Lounger. That is his favorite. He does like the DockATot. We've had him napping in there supervised a couple times, and he's like kind of indifferent to it, but you put him in his Boppy and he loves it. So loves his Boppy, loves his, we have the Halo Bassinet, which he's into. We had the newborn insert in there, but then he peed on it, so we put it in the wash and put it back in, and he's totally fine. Funny story, I had a little bit of a panic because I was convinced that I was overheating him and that he was sweating in his back like every night, and then we realized that it's because his little pee-pee was pointed up and he was just like peeing out of his diaper. But I mean, I was literally hysterical. Like, I don't understand, like he's not wearing too many clothes, like why is he overheating? And it's funny now, it was not funny then, but it is kind of amazing how your anxiety goes through the roof as a new mom. And I'll do my 2-week postpartum update. Hopefully next week I'll have time to do that, so I'll talk a little more about how I'm doing in that sense. But it was kind of funny, and now we have figured out how to, you know, get the diaper going, so he doesn't do that every night. But it is definitely, every day is an adventure. We are figuring it out. I'm so thankful, obviously, that my husband is super helpful, and that even though he's back to work, he does work from home. So if I need him, even though he's out and about visiting offices all day, at least I have him there. So the support system is great, and we're chilling. We are figuring it out. You know, our house is a little bit of a mess. I'm usually a little bit of a mess. Like I said, I had our newborn photos today, which is the only reason that I look somewhat put together, except, you know, my pajama pants. But we're figuring it out, and we are so happy. We're so happy he's here early. He made it to the Masters. Well, not to the Masters, but he made it here for the Masters. My husband and family are huge golfers, so that was super fun to have him here for that, and for Easter Sunday, which was his due date. So he's here early. I'm so excited I got to introduce you guys to him, and I can't wait to keep doing more updates, keep you guys updated on how I'm doing with C-section recovery, how he's doing as he grows. I'll do the labor and delivery story down the road, and some, you know, routines once we have them, because right now we're just kind of trying to figure it out. So we will keep you posted, but we're so happy to introduce little Carson James to you, and I will see you guys in my next video. So if you want to keep up with him, feel free to subscribe down below, and you can hit the little bell notification so you won't miss a video, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And I would love it if you would leave down below your favorite newborn, either tips or tricks, or, you know, anything that might help out, especially things that we might not know about, because we are learning absolutely every day. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Okay, I got a little closer and turned the light off so you can get a little close up. We had our little feeding right before filming, and he hasn't spit up yet, so that's why I still have this gigantic bib on him, because I know it's coming. But there's his little face. I know I'm biased, but it's pretty perfect. Oh, that yawn. Oh, someone's sleepy. Okay. Back to bed for us.